Right now everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the video. Hope you've all been well. I am not going to spare too much time for an intro because it is currently 6 o'clock on Monday the 11th of September, and Katie, what has just happened?
We've just had a 30-minute long viewing.
Wow, it was...
It was the longest viewing, and it was such a good viewing. I don't want to get my hopes
We
up,
literally found out today that we were having a viewing, so the house was still sort of post-holiday mess.
Wasn't messy, but...
like, we cleaned before we went away, so it wasn't dirty or anything,
just
but like
stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it wasn't like
tidy,
pristine, was it? Like, we have had it. I mean, the grass out front has a Mohican because if you've seen the last vlog, the battery died on us, then we had torrential rain. The back grass hadn't been touched, and funny enough, they absolutely loved it. I mean, like, I feel like this could, like, it could look bad in like a day's time when we hear back, and I really hope it doesn't, but like, yeah, like Katie said, because they stayed so long, they asked so many questions, which we absolutely loved, because it takes your mind off what's actually happening as well, doesn't it? So you are a little bit like, well,
more relaxed.
Yeah, and you're just flowing with it, and
they were very friendly. The conversation did flow quite easily, like made jokes. They like complimented the house so many times. We've got great taste. They love the paneling. They adored the slabs. Like, they absolutely adored the slabs. And then even when they went upstairs, they were upstairs for a lot longer than anybody has been. Obviously, we don't know about that one that came on Tuesday because we weren't here. But from the 3 that we've done, they have by far been up. They were upstairs for ages compared to the others. It was
just,
and we could hear them talking away.
I was
like,
just about to get to that.
Yeah, you can talk.
No, I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
You could hear them talking away, like organising stuff, being like, "Oh, we could put this in there. Oh, this could be the dressing room." Like, actually, like almost as if they were imagining their stuff here and they were imagining themselves here. And they couldn't get over how warm the house was either. Like, the guy practically like made a joke, and he was like, "Oh, can I just stay here? Do you have a drink? Do you have any food? Because it's just so nice and warm." Like, they
thought we'd put the heating on. We were like, "Oh, we've not actually had our heating on since about February, March time," and they'd like
couldn't believe it.
Jaws just dropped because they live in like an older house
with the thing. He said it was like stone as well, so it's like no insulation like at all really.
But yeah, it just went so well. Like, I was not gutted when we had one today, because I said to Katie, funnily enough, last night, I was like, we're gonna get one this week. I was like, we know we're gonna get a viewing this week. I was like, I'm so confident we're gonna get at least one in. And I mean, I think because of last week missing out, like feeling like we missed out on two viewings, well, and like a full 3 out of 3 whilst we've been away. Sorry, the last 2 weeks, not just last week, but we felt a little bit deflated, didn't we, coming into this week? Like, I was going to be picking this like camera up and going on about like how
like complaining,
and like we are gutted, which we still we still are a bit like, oh, it could have been a bit better, but it could all, like, literally I could be picking this camera up tomorrow and being like, we've had an offer, or like sometime this week,
it's good, it was really good feedback,
or even just
hours or whatever, like
even just like not getting too far ahead, but we've actually got someone coming back. Because like she did say, and I think I said in the last vlog, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but there is sort of times of year where people do buy and don't buy, and we just so happen to list our house in a time where a lot of people aren't looking to buy and move house, and because it is the 6 weeks, and obviously people have kids to entertain and they've not got time to go and view a house.
So she did say that they tend to say that a couple of weeks after the summer holidays it does start to pick back up again,
which we are currently in.
Katie
also has, well, apart from this, you did send an email asking for more, so there is some news there which I'll let Katie explain, because she had the phone call basically, so take it away. But just about the house, everything that happened on the phone call, like what was...
well, the first bit of the phone call was to say, we've had so and so on the phone wanting to view your property tonight. Can you do it at 5:30? And obviously didn't really hesitate. I was like, doesn't matter, we'll find a way to do it. And they're just like, great. And obviously we had asked a couple of questions as well about last week, when we did feel a bit deflated about how many hits we've been getting on Rightmove. We noticed that our property wasn't a featured property, and it had gotten quite far down the list, so we had suggested, is that something that we could potentially have done? Like, can we become a featured property to see if that'll boost it up a bit? And then I did also just ask for updates on the remaining viewer who did come that we hadn't heard full feedback from. I think the last that you gave that you told the vlog was that they were very, very interested, but they still had viewings to do.
Oh, yes.
So we didn't have any outcome of that one. So I asked again, is there anything further on them? Yeah. Are they still looking at other houses? Are they not interested, or what's happening? We have received a report from the estate agents from Rightmove, which, I mean, I don't know if you want to include
I put a few snippets on the screen now,
so that we get a bit of an idea. She'd said, look, the 4-week mark tends to be when we would have the review as to what's happening. Is it going right? Is there something we need to change? Is there more we can do? Which we are coming up to the 4 weeks now. So she said that after this viewing tonight, depending on what happened and the outcome of that, she said that's when we would have a little look into what we can do, whether that means we reduce to 170 instead of 175. Just to open it up to a few more people who are looking at that bracket.
Price point, wasn't it?
Yeah, like if you put in a max of 170, obviously the minute ours isn't on there, but it would open it up to more people. That's something that we could do. So that phone call probably will happen. It depends on the outcome of this viewing. When I find out tomorrow how that went, because they'll chase them up tomorrow morning. Then it depends on what will happen. And then the other viewer that we had before, that we were still waiting to see if they were very, very interested.
Yes.
She did say that the latest on that is the last time that she'd spoken to that lady was a week ago. And she, at that point, still had said, we are still interested, but we are still viewing other properties at the moment. We've still got viewings booked in over the next couple of weeks. So, see, we don't, from just us personally, we don't know how serious obviously they are. Or it could just be that there is loads that they want to see that is spread out over a certain amount of time.
And if they're first time buyers, that probably just makes more sense for them to do, because they can save a lot more. They can see a lot more houses. In my honest opinion, they're probably doing it the right way and not just jumping in and going, that one. Because I think a lot of people do get lured into the allure of a new build and just think, it's going to be easy. But I mean, I don't know what they're viewing. They could just be viewing new builds for all I know. Exactly. But in my head, it's like they're viewing new builds
like
and old builds.
Isn't it?
So, but all good. I'm going to pop yous down now because we have been waffling for a good 5 to 10, somewhere between that long. But
nice intro
clip. I know this week is going to be one of them where a lot probably does happen, and hopefully this viewing went well, and the next thing I know, I will pick yous up. If not, I will pick yous back up later. Right, everyone, it is Tuesday. I'm not going to pick the camera up much today because, well, you'll find out in the next clip. Tea is all served. Enchiladas tonight. I cannot wait for a bit of Mexican inside of me. But I will pick yous back up after food, where we discuss what has been said from the estate agents. Yes, it's 8:15, and yes, we're in bed, ready for bed. Right, everyone, it is 8:15, we're in bed, ready for bed. I think it's just with being back at work, isn't it, Katie?
Yeah.
Like, just both absolutely knackered. That backlighting is doing Katie no good there. But I did promise that we would pick yous up to sort of go through what's been said today. Again, obviously, my work I couldn't always guarantee that I pick the phone up. Obviously, we are lucky that Katie is in a relaxed environment to the point of where, like, if you get a phone call, your manager doesn't mind if you take it, because there is some places that would go nuts. But Katie got a call today, and they said
that it went well, that they did love the property. The only thing that they had said was that they felt that the garden was a little bit overlooked.
Yeah.
They did mention to us at the viewing about, is there any potential for us to build
a fence
up?
Which
we said that was what we were planning to do, but we missed the season to cut the tree back to be able to build it higher, because at the minute the tree kind of sits over the fence. And they had one more property that they wanted to view tonight before they made a decision, and wanted to compare ours to that one, and then asked for the estate agents to call them back in the morning. So hopefully it's a good decision.
Tomorrow is essentially D-Day for this viewing, and I think this is the closest I feel like we've been, isn't it, to the property actually being sold.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like any minute, like tomorrow, we could be... if I will say, if that call does happen and it is the one we want, I will not want to be at work. I'll be like, oh my God, I just want to get home and like get everything as much as we can sorted, because it is a nightmare through the week. I thought it was a funny comment that she said yesterday about her house being viewed. She was like, there's no way people come during the week. I always just say Saturday or Sunday because
I don't want to
deal with it during the week.
And then obviously they were there on a Monday night. So.
But yeah, I do fully get that, because we were the same before the viewing yesterday, weren't we? We picked the camera up afterwards, but if we picked it up before, it would have just been like us being like, I really can't be bothered with this, wasn't it? Because we were just tired from first day back at work, and yeah, it was just, as you can see now, it's 20 past 8 now, but we're just like zonked. Probably is going to put the camera down, put the phones on charge, and pretty much go to bed. So yeah, we will pick you back up tomorrow. Katie's nervous, but we'll pick you back up. Oh. We'll pick you back up tomorrow with hopefully some good news. Right, everyone, so slight turn of events tonight. You will have just seen the clip of us parking up and going to Aldi. It is Thursday, that's when the weekly food shop normally is. But we forgot the pound coin for the trolley. So we had to just... It was really awkward though, wasn't it? Because we got out of the car and was like, right, hopefully there's a freebie. Because at Stanley, there's like, at Stanley there's normally so many. We went with different one. I'll explain why we went with different one after that. It was quite exciting. But yeah, there was none. So we just had to like turn around and awkwardly walk back to the car. But anyways, the reason we ended up at a different Aldi was because we actually went to stalk a house that we're actually going to view tomorrow. I say house, it is a cottage. I am a little bit devastated though, because we're still going to view it, but the yard bit is like shade. So there's 4 cottages in a row, and it's funny because I said this to you today at work, didn't I, Katie? Like when we stayed at one down Wales, we stayed in a cottage down Wales when my granddad was unwell. And it was the same layout. It was like 4 cottages of like 5 cottages in a row, and then it was like the backyard bit was just like more basically like an alleyway, wasn't it? Like basically with to walk through for you to hang your washing out and stuff. Which we've already said, like a new house, the garden isn't like a massive priority, but the fact that it's shade does put us off it a little bit. Obviously see what the estate agent says, and
if we like it inside.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, and that's why I'm really gutted. I love it from the photos. It's 3 bed. There's two really good sized bedrooms, and one sort of smaller one. The bathroom is bigger because it's a separate bath and shower. It is technically 4 bed because they have done an extension, but one of the bedrooms is downstairs. So my guess is whoever's owned the house previously has then just with age gotten older, struggled to walk, or has like, how do you say it? It's like, it's not like getting a disability, it's like getting ill, but like has just is
like
saying
developed a disability or something. They've got a disability.
They've unfortunately then gotten a disability, or I don't know how you say that. It sounds weird because it's not like they've just gotten a cold or something. So like, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but like, yeah, they've struggled to then be able to walk up the stairs, so they've had to like make a bedroom downstairs. That one's absolutely massive as well, but it's just like, it would be like us converting the garage and like Emily here on the sofa, and then where that is there's like a door going that way, and then that's your bedroom. So it would just be a bit like, oh, like, all right, like say we had people over and it was like, all right, night, and we just walked next door and they like walked upstairs, or just so we would definitely convert that into like another lounge area or something, a bit like the other house that we're looking at, the main house. But yeah, I don't want to waffle on too much tonight, because you can probably tell by my voice, I'm just a little bit gutted, to be honest, because I really thought I had like a joint A option. Katie wasn't too sold on it, but she was happy enough to go and view it to see if her mind could be swayed, but I thought like we had like a second option. We still might. I need to just be positive, but it's very unlikely if that area is like shared. Yeah, I don't know. I'll show you it tomorrow though when we go, as always, and I'll let you know the crack, because there's been have I actually
supposed to say after the food shop? That's what you said you were gonna say.
Yes, what?
About that it didn't happen.
So I've just totally forgot there. Yeah, the news. Oh my god! So like I've just completely missed a day out. Yeah, what I've like totally forgot there. But what's happened is the people that viewed this house went to view another house on Tuesday, and I was going to pick this up Wednesday because they were going to have a final decision, like whether they were going to make an offer. The house they were going to view on Tuesday sold, so they've went to view another house tonight. It's now Thursday. I've already said that. So we get the decision tomorrow. That's why there's been no decision yet. I can't believe I forgot to completely mention that.
Because we were going to do it.
I was going to do the food shop and then like
the decision.
Yeah.
They were the update.
Oh my god. So yeah, it's been, to be honest, it's felt like a really whirlwind week. Like this week's been the most emotional and stressful week there's been in the process. But yeah, we've got more news on the original house, which I'll share with you tomorrow. So yeah, apart from that, I will catch you after work tomorrow. Everyone, it is Friday evening now. Katie has just finished work and we are driving to view another house. We seen it online. It came online yesterday on the market.
How was it yesterday?
It was yesterday. Yeah. I fell in love with it straight away on the inside. And the outside. I really like it. Keys still needs to be won over, and there's still a few questions I've got as well. But that looks nasty. But we are on the way to see it. We did a drive-by of it yesterday. We've got a few sort of hums and haws about it, haven't we, really? Which I will explain later after we've seen it. And then we're actually going to view another property, which we've already ruled out. I think we were just sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but I think we were just a bit like, oh, well, we might as well. And then I looked into the floor plan, and that would be the definition of a sideways step for me. It's a beautiful home, and hopefully I'm allowed to film, because I don't know if someone actually lives there or not. Because on the photos it doesn't look like they do, but it just, the rooms upstairs are a very similar size, if not smaller. The living room's smaller, the kitchen's massive, and definitely the selling point. I think the garden, which we're not really too bothered about, but that's like tiny as well. So
it's bigger than the one that
I know it's bigger than this one, and it's bigger than option A. I mean, but yeah, we need to just go and look at it now, because I think we feel a bit bad if we just cancel. So we'll take you along to both, hopefully be able to film in both, and I'll catch you at the house. Right, everyone, we have just been to see what we thought was going to be option B, but it's sort of already ruled it out now. I'll put some clips on the screen now because I didn't get many. It's really nice, and I would definitely go. Like, firstly, we did view a cottage. It wasn't necessarily a house. It was a cottage. That's what it's advertised as. Yeah. And I would definitely get a cottage, but just not this one. It was just, the kitchen was small, and that was one of Katie's reservations. Like, with our kitchen, I don't even think I could touch from like our sink to where the coffee and stuff is.
I could. Not even fully extended either.
Like, Katie could like touch from bench to bench, basically, couldn't you?
Not fully extended either. Like, I wasn't stretching to reach each end.
And it's had an extension put on, so it's 3/4 bed. The fourth bedroom's downstairs, and like, we definitely wouldn't want that, so that definitely makes it only 3 bed.
Yeah. The kitchen, there's no space. That would essentially be the dining room. Yeah. There's no space in the kitchen to fit a table like ours is.
Yeah. So it was just like the outside, like the backyard bit. We're fine. Like I say, the option A isn't a garden. It is just a backyard.
It's a yard.
It's pretty much the same, but it's the yard there.
It's a bit longer, I would say. Yeah, but the house is obviously a bit longer.
Yeah, but obviously the yard where we've just looked is shared as well, so it's not like it's access for everyone. So it's like, it's our neighbours, it's not private at all. Our neighbours, if they sit outside, they can see us sitting outside, basically. And it's like, I think that would, fair enough when it's just me and Katie, it might be great. But then when we have kids and stuff, like, we do want a dog as well. And it's like,
as well, the estate agent, that obviously with dogs and stuff, you can't just let them out.
You'd have to
take them around the block all the time, which it's not necessarily a thing of we can't be bothered to take them for a walk, we'll just shove them in the yard for a bit. It's more of it's late at night, we've already took them on their walk, we're about to go to bed, we'll just let them out to have a wee and get back in, sort of thing, like, and just doing it like in that sense, like popping them out, like when I work from home.
Yeah, mine isn't even really that though. Mine's more like on a summer, if you sat outside the night, you want your dog out there, but you have to leave him locked in the house, and he's barking on or she's barking on. And it's just a bit like, it's something that you wouldn't be able to experience unless you obviously I do want to train our dog well, but
you wouldn't be able to have the dog out there with you, would you?
So it's I'm good, because I really loved the fireplace. I know I got a clip of the living room. I did love the fireplace in the living room. Again though, like, I think compared to option A, like when me and Katie first viewed that house, which was about 6 or 7 weeks ago, maybe even more now, we could straight away imagine things, places, or getting new pieces of furniture for that, whereas this one we couldn't, and it was just a bit like,
we couldn't fit, I don't think, with the layout. It's not the size, but the layout and where the doors are and stuff like that, we couldn't fit all 3 of our sofas in. And I think that was the thing as well with the option A, was we literally were saying, Jesus, we'd fit our furniture in, and then there's so much more space. Like, what the hell would we do with it? What would we do? Like, there's so much more space. So it's like,
so I think it's beautiful, and I think
I can appreciate the beauty of it. I can. I think, like we said originally, for me it was the downstairs that I was a bit not sold on. The upstairs I thought that it did feel like the rooms were a good size, and the bathroom was really good, and it is separate bath and shower like option A is as well, and there's still quite a lot of room to walk around, which is nice. But it was just the downstairs for me.
And there was mould in the Katie opened one of the kitchen cabinets, and there was mould there.
A bit of mould and a bit of damp as well.
Was the damp the stuff at the top that I felt? Yeah, so it's a really,
possibly.
I don't know if that's just cracking or what, but it
could
is
come through there though.
It is really nice, but I just think it's not option A. I think it's not a 4-bed.
No.
Because we wouldn't use it. You could use it as a bedroom.
Well, you could, but we wouldn't.
We wouldn't. So
I would feel, we said it yesterday anyway, we would feel a bit weird if you had guests over. Say that was the main bedroom, and we were like, all right, night guys, we're gonna, like, obviously if we're going to bed, like we've done it with our friends Jess and Luke at the minute, where see we've got the two like just opposite, like other side of each other, the rooms, so we've gone upstairs together, brushed our teeth and stuff together, and went like, all right, night guys, we've gone into our bedroom and they've gone into the spare. We would literally be like, all right, night guys, they'd walk up the stairs and we just go like 2 feet away from the living room.
And as well, I was thinking what happens when you have kids. They're crying through the night or something,
exactly.
You have to run upstairs, you're pretty much awake then. But yeah, like, I really appreciate the beauty of a cottage, and I think it's one of them things where, like, if you go for a long weekend, if you went somewhere like that for a weekend, you'd be like, oh, this is unreal, haha, this is different. I see my neighbours when I'm out having a drink, that's hilarious. But when living in it and it's every day, and it's like, oh my god, I've just had a crap day at work, and then I come home and your neighbour's there and the washing's blew onto your side or something, you'd be like...
It would be somewhere where we've said it as well, where this is it. We don't want to move again.
No, I'm not.
So then I feel like if we did get that, because it is beautiful, I think we would get it. We would love it for maybe it's like 2, 3, 4 years, and then would have one kid, and would be like, nah. It's just not practical. It's not.
Yeah. So that one's ruled out. The next one that you're about to see, if you see it, is already ruled out. It is, Katie. I'm sorry, it's ruled out on my behalf because it's just the same. Like, it's smaller than ours, so we'll see. If this blows us away, fair enough, but we will see, and I will catch you in a bit. Right, everyone, we are back. I believe the last time I picked you up, we just finished the cottage viewing, and we were on the way to view the second home. We did also have a drive-by of a house in between viewing the second home and afterwards, so we'll get onto them after I explain the second viewing. I did already say on the way there it was pointless, so it is going to be short and sweet. Really nicely done, in summary, really nicely done. Perfect in my opinion for like a first time buyer. There was planning permission to extend on the house, so you could make, could you make it a 4-bed or 5? He said 2, but that they would be tiny stories. Bedrooms.
Yeah, probably.
So I would
probably say comfortably 4.
Yeah, I would say
squeeze it would be 5, but you wouldn't get much.
So there would always be that. Drive was big enough for 2 cars. Like if you had cars like me and Katie, where it's like one's a mini SUV and one's like a mini. but there was also parking at the front on the main road, like designated parking. So that was good. It was just, that would be just a sideways step, wouldn't it? Because the living room was smaller. The kitchen, yes, was massive.
It was huge.
And the kitchens like them kitchens that you see people with really big houses have, really like an island in the middle, but then like
loads
I was thinking, I was like, you could even have like, you could get like a built-in corner, like
you could get, or just like a sofa, like almost like an extra lit, like living space. Like you could get like a sofa and like TV in there and everything.
Huge. You would definitely get a TV. I think you would actually get a TV and possibly even like one of them fake fires in, just to, because I think that is like very much a home almost, where the kitchen would be like the heart of the home as well. Definitely. So
you wouldn't spend much time in your living room.
No, it was nice, but it's just too much of a sideways step. The houses that we seen in between, so the one before we seen the second house was the parking. There was no parking.
It was like all street parking, but it was quite like.
And one of the streets was like, it must be private. It mustn't be council owned, and it's all like bumpy,
basically
and like
just all
ripped
potholes,
up,
really.
Potholes all over. And the other one, if you park the other side, basically the house is on like a massive slope, so it would have felt like climbing Everest just to get to the front door.
I know, imagine doing that with your shopping.
Oh my god, I know. I mean, I'd have to take like 3 days
really
off the gym just to be
the guy there, like,
I don't even know what one you're on about, so I have to get that on the screen. But so that was an instant no. The other one was a house that we'd been to see previously, done a drive-by of.
It felt
but
quite
the
busy.
road was really busy, so we went, we'll do it again. It was a
Saturday, like mid-afternoon,
as
so
well.
We were like, maybe it's just the time, there's people got a lot of visitors, stuff like that.
So we went back. It wasn't. There was a car parked outside of it and a van on the drive, but we worked out by the regs, which were matching, that the car outside would have been the owner of the house.
So they were the owner, so they wouldn't be there. But
so there was that, and then we bumped into someone that I work with, and he was like, he just said about the area. I'm not going to go into like too much because like I didn't want to go into all that. But yeah, that was very much humming and hawing about again, wasn't it? It was like we probably didn't like it enough to go and view it because it as well was quite expensive. It was 190 grand as well. So it would have felt a bit like a sideways step because of the price of it ultimately, I think. Yeah. So
it was definitely bigger than this.
Yeah.
It's like good. Yeah. Good
but then
size.
It's just the price. Speaking of prices of houses, brilliant segue. The house that we're actually looking at. I know there's two bits of information here. The house that we are actually looking at has dropped in price again. I think it's purely because
it's business owned.
And they just want to get it gone now that they know there's interest. They must have had a fair few viewings as well and that must be another reason. So yeah, they've dropped that, and we also asked about feedback because they've been saying there've been loads of activity on the house, loads of viewing, so we were like, right, well, why is no one else going for it? And they basically just turned around and said everyone has said what we said in the beginning, to be fair, that it needs a lot of TLC and there's not a lot of people willing to go in and do that. So I think
they want it to be a bit like the house that we went to see last, like the viewing that we did, where the one we've just seen, where it's all done out. New carpets, like new doors, new windows, new bathrooms, new kitchen, like all of it fully done. Like you don't have to go in and do anything. That's which what makes us think.
That's they just don't want to go in and
like have
feel
to do
like they've got a lot to do. Which me and Katie have said like we really.
Well, we've had that. This house, you come in, brand new kitchen,
and although we haven't got everything, it just makes us, especially now, what's the point of spending the money to get it done now? Like
that's it. Yeah,
and sorting it's just the because kitchen out again.
We've already. Why put that in if we're selling? And what if we put something in and then the new buyer doesn't like it, and then it's like, well, we could have potentially spent a couple $100, 1,000, whatever, and then it's wasted because they might then come in and rip it out or change something on the wall or whatever. Like, it just seems a bit pointless.
So then
at this stage.
That's the other news. Do you want to say
about this one?
Yeah.
As in the full thing, did you mention anything about the...
No, I've said nothing about this house.
And the viewing update?
Oh, no, I haven't, no.
Okay, so I'll start with that then.
Yeah, so this house now.
Yeah. Obviously we had the viewing on Monday, which we felt went really well. We found out that they were then having another viewing on the Tuesday, which, as you know, got cancelled. They wanted to see another property on Thursday. We were then told that we would get the final decision on Friday morning. I got a phone call from the estate agents, and by the sounds of it, the couple that came are dragging their feet. They want to see a couple more properties over the weekend, so they've said again and delayed it again. And obviously at the minute, that's the only real potential buyer that we've got, really, because the other ones is again a very similar situation where they're just viewing and viewing and viewing. They're not really like persistent on it or anything.
Not in a rush to move.
Not
rush to buy the house.
Which obviously we are. And then as a result of option A being reduced again, it has obviously it's again a bit more attainable in terms of
way more, much more than when we first
especially the offer, because we also amended, even though the offer's pending and we can't do anything with it, we amended the offer as well in line with the drop in of the price. So our house has now been reduced. So we need to check that it's actually happened, because they said
I've already been looked.
Well, they said it would be done in time for the weekend, which it's now freaking the weekend and it's not done. Friday, so that's annoying. But so we've now reduced by five grand. We've dropped $5,000 off the price. Just to see, they said basically, obviously it opens it up to another bracket of people putting in on Rightmove max price of whatever, because we were sitting in the middle of the two brackets, because it's only by 10 grand the maximum, so we were sitting in the middle, so we've knocked 5 off, so we've dropped down into the next bracket. Hopefully they seem confident that can bring a bit more interest into the house now, because again it opens up to a new demographic of people, but also the people that did view it, that could also potentially have an impact to them, because they might be looking at houses that are 10, 15, 20 grand more than ours, and if we then drop by another 5, then they might be like, oh well, you know, obviously it's a bit more like doable for that price. They might be happier with that price. So yeah, and they also want to make it a featured property on the website, which apparently also brings more traffic, but we'll see what happens with that.
So we will show you sort of when that happens. Hopefully that's tomorrow morning. Hopefully it's something that like gets scheduled, a bit like a YouTube video, and it's just like we'll schedule that just to all happen, and everything's edited and almost like ready to change.
To then change at a set time.
At a set time. So we will update you on that. We'll also obviously keep you updated on everything else, but for now we're gonna have our takes. It's
which I need to go and check on actually.
Yeah, it's 25 to 8. We've just gotten back, and I will catch you in the morning. Right, everyone, I've just finished work and I'm just editing the vlog back. This is on the phone, and I forgot to do an outro. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. There's been a lot going on. This vlog was, I believe it was like the middle of September. So since then, there's been, a lot has happened. And I'm not going to give too much away. But if you follow the Instagram account, a bit of a shameless plug, you will have already seen. But apart from that, I will catch you in the next one.